Now, from the studios of Into Tomorrow in Miami, this is ITTV.
Welcome to another exciting Into Tomorrow ITTV update. I'm Dave Graveline. We hope you enjoyed our coverage from the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco. If you missed any of the videos or the 3-hour radio show interviews, it's all available for you at intotomorrow.com. We also created a video playlist on YouTube. Just click on this annotation to watch at your leisure. Next week, we're headed to Orlando for our coverage of the Electronic House Expo and CTIA Wireless. Be sure to stay tuned. This ITTV update is brought to you in part by NewEggBusiness.com, making IT simple with their everyday low prices. Get up to $300 off instantly on select HP ProLiant servers. Only for a limited time and only at NewEggBusiness.com. A lot of products are unveiled at the Consumer Electronics Show every January. Well, we're starting to see several of them in stores now. But which ones should you be paying attention to? Up next, Rob Almanza is joined by a special guest who always brings lots of tech goodies. Rob?
Thanks, Dave. This is actually a camera mask. It's a ski mask disguised as a camera, or the other way around, something like that. It's by a company called Liquid Image. We've talked a lot about it on the show before, and in fact, this is one of the segments that we look forward to most every year, because right now I'm winning, because I'm surrounded by all these consumer electronics gadgets with me, and we're joined by Jim Barry. How are you doing, sir?
I'm very good. Nice to see you again,
You
Rob.
too. Do you like my mask?
Those are very cool. That was a big hit at the Consumer Electronics Show. As you know, they have these for skiing as well as for motocross. Has a high definition 720p camera built in, and they've got a couple of models, about $300 or $400 or so. But remember, it's got an HD camera. Great if you're a skier. You come down from the slopes, you can just plug that in, or take the little mini card out of it and see. Everybody will see just what you saw on the way down.
That's true. Now, this is something we can't use here in South Florida, obviously, but people out around Utah or so can use
or
this.
you could use it for motocross too, though. So you could use that here. They have a motocross model as well. So there's got a lot of different models. One of the other neat things at the show we've talked about before were tablets galore.
Oh, gosh.
Responding to the iPad from last year. I brought a couple along here. Samsung Galaxy Tab. That one came out just before the holidays, and it has the camera built in, front and back. Android operating system, lots of apps, 7-inch screen. That's been a big hit. And then this one is really neat. This is from ViewSonic. It's called the ViewPad. They've got a couple of models. This is the 10-inch, but they also have a 7-inch model of this. This one uses both Android and Windows 7, so it gives you the choice of the two operating systems. As we know, there were something like 80 different tablets introduced around the show. So we're going to see, this is going to be the year of competition for touchscreen tablet computers.
Yeah, good point. Many said that the year 2010 or 2010 was for the iPad, and now we have many more tablets that are competing directly with it and offer more than just an iOS platform, because here, like you said, you have Windows 7, so you have choices.
And you have Android, yeah. So you're going to see, and Android, as we know, is giving both BlackBerry and iPhone a run for their money in the smartphone market, and it's going to be really interesting. We have the new Zoom from Motorola that uses the 3.0, the honeycomb version of Android, so it's going to be an exciting year and a lot of competition for that.
And the pricing, too, they're getting more competitive with it.
Well, that's the thing, yeah, you're going to have a lot more price points, so you'll have a lot more choices. The iPad has already dropped the original one down by $100 as they introduce the new one. The other thing, if you're really price sensitive and you just want to read books, which you can read on touchscreen tablets, you can also read them on the ebook readers. This is the Kindle 3G. I like this one. I like the cover with this too, that also has a light built in. And these start at $139 now. And there are a lot of other ones like this Pocket Pro e-reader. There's a lot of different companies getting into it. The Pocketbook Pro, and this one starts at $129 or less. So the prices are way down on those. And they use that e-ink and e-paper, very good out in the bright sunlight, not so much with your backlit LCDs of touchscreen tablets.
Now, how do you feel about reading on a dedicated ebook reader than on a tablet where you can do more than just reading?
Well, again, depends on what you want to do. And if you just want to read, and you're on a budget, the ebook readers give you a terrific selection there. If you want color, magazines, newspapers, then you're going to want one of these touchscreen tablets like the Nook from Barnes & Noble,
Right.
or the iPad, or the Androids, the Samsung Galaxy, all the other choices. Here's a really cool device that was introduced at the show too. This is from Cobra. This is the iRadar. So this is a radar detector that synchronizes with your iPhone, gives you this little dashboard, and then you use that to both find radar. This is for safety. You want to make sure you're safe and you don't want to get tickets while speeding or from red light cameras. This is going to help you with all of that. It's kind of like an app with a little piece of hardware for about $100 or so.
I like it.
Very
it's
cool.
pretty sleek too.
Yeah,
You
really,
guys can
really
see
nice.
it there.
And a lot of folks know Cobra from their radar detectors and lots of other devices over the years. Here's a cool little thing a lot of people in South Florida would like. This is the new RCA portable digital television. It uses an LED screen, and which is very thin, but it's thick because the other great thing about this, works on AA batteries. So 4 AA batteries. A lot of people have been missing their Hurricane TV in this part of the world for the last couple of years
they
since
have.
the DTV conversion. Here's one for less than $100 from RCA. So again, you used to be able to get the analog Hurricane TVs for $50 or less. Now we're starting to get down into that price range in the digital realm. So that's pretty cool.
You also have some gaming stuff here. Obviously, the Kinect.
The Kinect, and I brought that along because this is remarkable technology. We know we changed the game with the controller, the move from Sony. Now the Kinect, you become the controller. This is a sensor that's video, sound, and motion. And the other remarkable thing about that, in my mind, for $150, if you already have the Xbox 360, that is unbelievable technology, and that is just a peek at the future. This gesture technology we're going to see in a lot more than video games.
And rumors say that eventually you might see this on computers, some Windows PCs that may integrate with that technology.
Well, we already saw it on television's gesture technology at the show for being able to change the volume and turn on and off and change the channels. So you won't have a touch screen, you'll have a no touch screen.
Right. Excellent. I mean, this is great stuff. I think I want to snag some for a little bit, but
Okay.
I know I'm going to have to pry it away from your hands.
This is one of those stops where I know I have to search everybody before I leave.
That's very true. Well, if you guys want to learn more about all of this cool stuff that Jim talked about, visit intotomorrow.com, where you can also listen to an extended radio interview with Jim Barry and Dave Graveline. Meantime, back to you, Dave.
Thanks, Rob. That iRadar looks very cool. I think I'll have to snag one for our trip to Orlando this week. It's always great to have Jim stop by with lots of goodies to share with you. If you want more info on the products they discussed, please visit intotomorrow.com. And Jim Barry also spends a couple of segments with me on our radio show this week. You'll want to hear that too. This ITTV update is brought to you in part by Diskkeeper Performance Software with IntelliWrite, the only product available today that actually prevents up to 85% of fragmentation before it happens. Get it at diskkeeper.com. It's time to travel back into yesterday with Chris Graveline's This Week in Tech History.
This week in 1954, Radio Corporation of America, or RCA, began commercial production of TV sets that were equipped to receive programs in living color. In 1981 this week, RCA put its Selectrovision laser disc players on the market. Soon, the product was called the Edsel of the entertainment field, referring to the Ford Edsel automobile that many said was an utter failure. The units cost $500 and the video discs about $15 each. In 1985 this week, IBM announced that it was planning to stop making the PC Junior consumer-oriented computer. The machine had been expected to dominate the home computer market, but didn't quite live up to those expectations. And this week back in 1990, Microsoft Windows 3.0 was released. This version offered dramatic performance increases for Windows applications, plus advanced ease of use and aesthetic appeal. That's our look back at This Week in Tech History.
Thank you, Chris. Ah, yes, the last version of Windows that actually worked until Windows 7. Well, I guess XP was pretty good too. Have you participated on our international radio program recently? We want to hear from you. You can call us anytime, by the way, 24/7 at 1-800-899-INTO. That's 800-899-4686. Or participate via our iPhone or Android apps as well. That's very cool. Check it out. Or send us a note to askdave@graveline.com. We may share your comments on the air and then send you prizes for participating. Yep, it's that easy. Thank you for staying tuned into tomorrow. I'm Dave Graveline. See you next week.